Hi, Ramy.
Hi, Taylor.
Welcome to Much Ado About Some Shit, okay? Unexpected Solo.
Yeah.
Where every week,
Fuck you.
Ramy tries to walk. Okay.
Tries to walk. Welcome to Much Ado About Some Shit, where I, Ramy, walk Taylor through some episodes of a garbage reality TV show. Taylor, what are we doing this week?
Do 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 do. This week, we are doing Vanderpump Rules.
Yay!
Again.
Again. Again.
The fuck are these fucks doing? Hi,
What?
YouTube. You don't like the word fuck, but you don't pay us.
No.
So fuck you.
There's no use.
Weird energy this week. Doing well.
It's fine.
On track
Do you
now.
remember what happened last week?
People snitched on each other
Yep.
for two parts of a divorced couple.
Yep.
So, why?
Yep.
It's like, hey, the person who hurt you so much that you divorced them did something. Shock.
Uh-huh.
And people who don't fucking matter think that Tom Sandoval should get the house.
Yes.
They are wrong. As someone else whose opinion does not fucking matter,
We covered that.
they are
we
wrong.
Covered that.
Yes. Yep. We've talked about how we're nobody.
Yeah,
It's fine.
It's fine.
Anyway,
We're aware of our status.
we're aware that we're just screaming into the void about nothing.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
We're mad on the internet. That
Uh-huh.
doesn't fucking matter.
No.
We have no bearing in this, and we're fine with that.
Yeah.
These people need to learn that they are also unimportant.
I just want to go on an existentialist rant now about how, and I mean, this is not a great thing for certain people to hear, but nothing really matters, so do what you want to do, dog.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's a healthy amount of nihilism.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Keep it in check.
Yeah, nothing
Care
matters.
about your life.
So do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You want to make art for a living, make art for a living.
Yeah.
If you really want to be an engineer, be an engineer.
If the report doesn't get turned in tomorrow, you know what? Eventually, the Earth and the Sun will collide, and none of this will have ever existed in the first place.
I was going to say thanks to George Bush, we have no child left behind, so you're going to get pushed through anyway. But
That too.
as a no child left behind child,
Uh-huh.
I'm having a great time. I
I tried really hard, and look, we're in the same place. Anyway,
Okay,
we are
so Vanderpump Rules, we're not doing well.
doing well. Okay, Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah. So at this beach date,
Mm-hmm.
Katie asks the worm about his new assistant, Craig, who's at beach day with him. Why did Anne never get to go to beach day?
Because he's a sexist piece of shit.
Correct.
I mean, this is not new news.
No. Fuck this man.
Yeah, but don't. He doesn't
In a
deserve
bad
it.
way.
Yeah.
So Anne supposedly told Katie that she was looking for a job.
Uh-huh.
Ariana and the worm also have a weird fight via James for a few minutes.
Okay.
It's really funny because James will be like, hey, Tom, blah, blah, blah. And he'll say something, and then Ariana will say something. And James will repeat it to Tom, and then Tom will answer that. And, like, they do that for a while.
Oh my god.
It's super weird.
Oh my god, that's exhausting. Anne deserved a lot more money than she got.
It's so much more.
I will say, like, it's still shitty. I'm not surprised Anne didn't stay his assistant when she interviewed. Look, it's when you have a job and then you interview with the competition for the same job. If your employer found out, imagine you're working for like a law firm or something. If they found out, they're still probably going to drop your, like,
Yeah.
it's kind of the risk you take when you interview with the competition.
Absolutely. So
He's still a piece of shit, don't get me
Yes.
wrong, but like, yeah.
So one thing that's been going on this season is Tom will go places in the house, and he brings a sound machine with him. And so he'll plug it in and he'll put it right outside the gym. And then he's done with the gym, so he goes into his room. So Tom takes the sound machine, goes into his room, plugs it in, and puts it right outside the door. The reason for this is because during all of the fallout between Ariana and Tom would be talking to Schwartz, a friend, whatever, about Rachel and the situation. And Ariana would overhear them. And so Ariana would be like, use that. Mm-hmm. So that's why Tom started carrying around this sound machine. Now, the only reason that Tom knows about Anne interviewing with Ariana is because he was
listening
in.
Yeah.
So
rules for thee, not for me. This is how these people operate, and they're all garbage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can't be surprised anymore by garbage people acting like garbage.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
I mean,
I wanted to just give you a fun little reason for,
just an
why
extra,
Tom does this.
Extra layer of shitty.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah,
So.
all right.
Also, Brock defends the worm for some reason.
Brock, you're acting sus.
I don't like Brock.
No, he's not even a main character.
No, he's not even a friend of the show.
No.
Like, he's literally just billed as Sheena's husband.
Yeah.
And even, he's a husband for hire.
Yeah.
He's on family payroll.
Yep. Stop it.
Yeah.
We don't care about
No.
you. You're not a character.
No, we don't. I would like to offer an apology to my defense of Brock during his first season. I was wrong for that. Fuck this man wholeheartedly.
You gave him a chance. That was big of you.
Yeah. I was happy for Sheena. I liked Sheena.
Yeah, Sheena was good for a minute. She needs to go back to therapy.
Yeah.
We're in the midst of a lot of therapy needing right now.
If Scandival taught us anything, it's people showing their true colors when shit hits the fan. Mm-hmm. And that's what all of these people are doing.
Sometimes the people actively throw the shit at the fan.
Yeah, true.
Like him.
Uh-huh.
He's the shit. It's him.
So with all of that, this beach day, Ariana literally yells at everybody. She's like, you're shoving him in my face when he's never going to be sorry or remorseful, and you expect me to have the best fucking beach day.
Well, yeah. They don't give a fuck about her.
Yeah. But she calls him out.
Good.
On it.
Yeah.
So I love that for her.
Love it.
So Sheena and Lala, a little while later, confront Ariana about being so angry about the worm. It's really irritating. Yeah. Because, Ariana deserves to be mad.
The fuck?
Yeah.
You guys don't get to decide when she stops being hurt. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, silly me. I didn't think about how this would affect Sheena and Lala, because they're one and the same.
That's true. Sheena is very much Sheena, and it's all about her. And what's frustrating with it about Lala is that she was so scorched earth with Rand. Like, Schwartz played a ball of pickle game with Rand, and she was like, you're dead to me. Guess who's, going to juice bars together.
Rules for thee, not for me. This is going to be the new slogan for the season for me. If I don't name the next 7 episodes that, be impressed.
Well, I mean, after this episode, there's only one episode left.
This is true.
Which is going to be couple to throuple.
Hell yeah, get away from these awful people. And onto some differently awful.
Yeah.
To be clear, they're not awful because of polyamory. Polyamory is fine. The nonsense that is that show is a whole other we'll get to
tune
in next episode.
For a different episode.
Anyway.
Okay, it's really irritating. Ariana starts crying.
Yeah, these people suck. Yeah. Leave her alone.
And she's like, I don't want to leave the house. This was my dream house. She cries because she's put a lot of time and money and effort into making that house her home. So she can't walk away from it all. Yeah. She has a really hard time doing it. Which is
heartbreaking.
Yeah. Especially in this economy.
Right?
You get a house and you let that go.
Yep. And I've known somebody who lost their house after a divorce. Like, neither of them got it, but she couldn't afford it anymore after the divorce. And it was like, it's where her kids grew up. Like, it was her dream house.
Yeah.
And that was really sad. Like, she has worked really hard on her new house.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we've lost touch, but I'm sure she's made it a home now and everything.
Yeah.
But it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it sucks.
Something's supposed to be your forever home, and then somebody else fucks it up for you.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
In this economy.
In this economy. Okay, so Lala takes Sheena to the fertility clinic. And they talk about how Ariana needs to move out of the house. Number one.
Get fucked. Anyway, rage bubble.
Fair. But they also, so Lala is going into this fertility clinic to look into a sperm donor because she wants a child that is all hers.
Right. She had mentioned this.
Yes.
In the past,
Yes.
which is an alarming thing to say.
Uh-huh.
In that child is its own human.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a prop. It is not a doll. It is not yours.
Not according to
way.
Lala, but because why don't we talk about this right now? In the coming episodes that we're going to talk about, but in this episode, she has her sperm donor party. What this is first of all, she asks Ariana to have it at her house.
Get fucked.
Yeah. And then she asks Lisa Vanderpump to host it at her house. And she's like, hey, I'm having this event this week. Caterers are all taken care of and everything. I just need a location. I have never seen a caterer who will actively make food and do things when they don't have a venue.
Yeah.
So that's insane. It's baffling. Lisa says yes. So they do this stupid sperm donor party at fucking Villa Rosa. And what it is she gives them binders of like 5 to 6 sperm candidates. And she asks everybody at the party, and it's like 10 people, who she thinks should be her donor sperm.
I actually think that's kind of fun, but not for Lala. Look, I'm alarmed by Lala in general. I don't think she should be.
I'm sorry.
I know she already is.
Yes.
I think she needs a lot of therapy in order to be a good one.
Yes.
Is that something I would do? Maybe. I don't know. But it was kind of tongue-in-cheek bullshit.
Okay.
I don't know. It sounds kind of fun, but I hate Lala.
That's fair. I'm trying to think if you invited me to a sperm donor party, I don't know if I could say yes.
I wouldn't call it a sperm donor party. I wouldn't have
don't
a
know
party.
what the fuck she called. It's weird.
Okay, yeah.
She caters an event. There's her sparkling fancy ass water.
I guess like I would
There's
sit down
flowers
with a couple friends and like have a couple drinks and be like,
yeah,
ooh, which one's gonna knock me up?
Yeah.
And I think that's more what I'm imagining
Okay.
is like looking over the binder with friends.
Okay.
In like a more positive light.
Oh no, there's multiple. Each person gets a binder.
Okay.
And it's got
That's
like
different.
the stats of like their career
Choose
and how they
your
grew up.
fighter.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm sorry.
That is funny.
Like,
oh my god.
I don't want to have a hand in, because my silly ass too will be like, this one's a fucking art major. That would be fun to go with. However, the mental illness in it. So I can say that as an artist.
Anyway.
Okay. So, yeah, there's that whole thing. Skipping around. After this season, so Lala announced her pregnancy earlier this year.
Okay.
So she's pregnant. By her sperm donor.
Oh. It's done.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. She's knocked up.
She's fully at Coachella right now, belly out.
Okay.
She's showing.
Okay.
She knows the sex. It's a girl.
Okay.
So she's very excited about that. But yeah, just the way that she talks about having this baby is fucked up and weird.
And what's freaking me out is it sounds like she's going to treat the baby as her newest plaything.
Yes.
And what also is concerning is that she is already a mother.
Yeah.
She already has a kiddo that's all hers. I mean, you know what I mean. As
Yeah.
much as any kid can, you know, it's...
Yeah.
Don't... it just feels like she's gonna neglect her old toy.
Yeah.
Toy with heavy quotation marks around it. For
A
the
human
new...
being.
For the new baby doll.
Yeah. I mean, part of the reason I think this is so scary, and I hate thinking this of her and thinking of any mother like this, but I also don't think that these theories are necessarily wrong.
Mm-hmm.
People think that Lala wants to have this baby and have it be all her own because with the custody battle with her baby Ocean, Rand has made it so that Ocean can't be on camera. So people think Lala is trying to have this baby be all her own so that she can have it on camera and she can have more airtime and storylines that aren't other people's bullshit. Which I hate to say, I don't think...
I hate that...
I think it holds water.
I hate that sounds plausible.
Yeah.
But just, I mean, look at the family channels on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrifying.
Oh, God.
Just people exploiting their kids.
Mm-hmm.
Pasting their likeness all over. Like, there's some really fucked up ones. We're going to see a lot of kids turn out rough.
Oh, absolutely.
We already are. It's being a child actor, but it's constant and in your home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How is that ever going to turn out well?
There's also, I've been seeing a lot of stuff about, like, Coogan accounts. So when a child is on TV, obviously with scripted series, there's lots of, you know, they can only work X amount of hours.
Protections.
Yeah, there's a lot of protections. A lot of that doesn't apply to reality TV.
Yep.
And it definitely doesn't apply to YouTube.
Yep.
So,
Just gonna have to wait till that generation grows up to advocate for themselves before anything gets
Yep.
done.
it also makes me think of, like, okay, Sheena, Summer Moon. How much is Summer Moon getting paid an episode? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Okay.
So we're going to get into some fun stuff that I'm going to yell about a lot.
Okay.
So Schwartz goes to a salon with Joe to get his hair bleached by Joe. So he is that yellowy bleach blonde. Mm-hmm. And literally my note here is I want to talk about this.
Okay.
Because I want to talk about this.
Okay.
So Joe bleaches his hair. This happens at a salon.
Mm-hmm.
The salon has come out and said that Joe has never worked at that salon. Thank you, Reddit, for doing some sleuthing that is very easily findable.
Uh-huh.
Cosmetic, massage therapy, aesthetic licenses are all public knowledge. Mm-hmm. You can look at a state, find anybody's license on there. Joe has never held a license in California, and she let her license lapse in 2023.
From where?
Wisconsin.
Okay.
Yeah. So my question is, why is Joe working on hair? Why is Joe working on hair on camera? Because right now, if Joe applies to the state of California, says, hey, I want my license, she can be told no. Because she worked on a person with harsh chemicals without a license.
Mm-hmm. This sounds like people getting away with shit until they're caught. This is just like, oh, we're on TV, nobody's gonna stop us.
Yeah, but I mean, even, like, my license, I have a scope of practice.
I know.
If I can't do hair, and I have told my friends, if I were to braid your hair right now, and you were to give me money, I could lose my license. And I'm sorry, I love my license.
Yep.
I love you. I love my license a little bit more.
Yeah, it costs
in
more.
That, yes, in that respect. So I'm not going to do anything
to jeopardize
that's going to jeopardize that. So the fact that Joe, and especially the salon too, was just like...
Yeah, why did the salon let her...
Right?
That's alarming. Like, a stranger walks in and says, let me use your harsh chemicals.
Yeah. And I mean...
What?
Yeah.
Get out.
I would, without a doubt...
Police.
I'm sure Joe bought her own... No, she can't even buy her own products.
No.
So...
I mean, unless she went to fucking Sally Beauty.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, they do have bleach.
They do have bleach. They do
They're
have
the
professional
place for non-professionals.
Yes. But that's still just, like, so scary. And I mean, this salon, too, is now getting bad reviews.
Yeah.
Because of
now,
Joe's appearance.
Right, because now it's like, well, if I go there, am I going to get somebody who can actually do this?
That's a very good, like, that's not a thing that's not an insane thing to think. Like,
at this point, that's an actual question.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a question before. It is now a question.
It is now a question, yeah.
Because of a thing that you let happen in your salon.
Yeah.
That was dumb.
So
I wonder how much Lisa paid you.
Exactly. Like, how...
Was it enough?
Uh-huh. Probably the fuck not. Like...
That's one of those things where it's like, this... To me, this feels like stupid rich people. Like, they were like, we want to do this, so we'll just give them money. And no consequences because rich. And probably no consequences because rich. Fuck our society. Anyway.
I still just... I mean... This isn't even, it brings into question, like, the owner of the salon's integrity.
Well, yeah,
to me.
that's what's going to crash the business, is they just made a big problem for themselves.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's a dumb reality show that I'm sure not a lot of people in the area watch. So they'll probably... None. Yeah, not none. It's just such a bad move. Also, so they bleach Tom's hair. And they don't show the end product. I should also note that, so Joe's doing his hair. She has a cap on it. I've had my hair bleached several times. I have never had somebody put a cap on my hair, number one. Number two, so she's got this cap on, and a person in the station next to her goes, "How's that going? I think, is it time for the cap to come off?" Like, someone intervenes. And they don't show the end product. They do this fun, like, smoke and mirrors thing. And then we see it hours later.
After it's been fixed by somebody else.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, so I talked to a friend of mine who does hair and watches the show. And she's like, yeah, no, I looked it up. They did more to his hair.
Uh-huh.
And I even asked her, I was like, okay, so I see the toner that they put on it, but that is not the color that his hair is at the end of it. And I know toners are weird, but again, I have seen a lot of toners. That is not a color toner that hair color turns.
Interesting.
It was, yeah, so they fixed it in between.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
It's just... wild.
Wow.
And then, okay, so that happens, and then a couple days later, in, like, filming in the series, his hair is a different shade.
Had to get it fixed again.
Yeah. Like, dude, I get it. I love bleaching my hair. I love saying, fuck it, let's do this.
Yeah.
I have had my hair fall out from bleach. I get it. And I mean, you were trusting a professional... But Jesus Christ. And it's also, again, this man is 40. Midlife crisis, if we ever seen it.
Truly. Oh my God.
Okay, so I think that's most of my hair rant. So later that night, they go to a singles event. So it's Schwartz and the Worm, and the Worm's assistant gets to go to singles night with him, and Joe. Mm-hmm. And they all pick the green band, which means that they're single and ready to mingle. Sandoval is digging himself in a hole talking to these girls.
What? Nobody wants to date a
40-year-old man who cheated on his...
Yeah. Shock.
Yeah. Sandoval's digging himself a hole. Schwartz is also just, like, not doing well either because he's got Joe behind him who's, like, not... being great, like, being very touchy and just, like...
laying her claim. In front of the other women.
Yeah. And, like, at one point, a girl that Schwartz is talking to asks, like, oh, is that your girlfriend? And he's like, no, we're just friends.
No, you're not.
It's awkward.
I feel like Schwartz is going to get bullied into dating her. Like, he doesn't have a spine. I think she's
No.
just gonna wear him down at some point and, like, we're dating now, and he'll just, okay.
Okay. We'll talk about it, hopefully.
Elsewhere.
The girls' night. The
Uh-huh.
girls of the cast. Lala and Katie are butting heads because Lala went to lunch with Joe.
All right, whatever.
Basically, what we learn with this, Joe literally says, like, I want to be in this group, and Lala is the way to get into this group.
Yep.
So
No loyalty.
she's
just
not
butter
wrong.
her up.
Yep.
Just like Tom did with Sheener.
They go to a weird hot dog stand.
Okay.
Yeah. I wish a place served good hot dogs, but that just doesn't happen. So, anyway. Joe is very obviously frustrated with Schwartz acting single because she thinks that they're more than friends. And a few days later, they end up talking about it. And Joe basically says they need to not hang out either as much or at all because she has feelings for him.
Yep. No.
It's honestly a little wild, like a little sad, because like those two are both like the failing up, weaponized incompetence incarnate. And they would do horrible, horrendous things together.
Yep.
Also, Schwartz during this season has said, I could marry Joe right now and be happy. But he's absolutely refuting it.
Oh my God! Look. Nope.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
It is. It is very
God.
brutal.
I don't think Schwartz likes her.
No.
Even if he said that, it was probably more of a like convenience. Marry your buddy, you know?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I love you, bro.
It's
Kind of thing.
okay. So, I love you has been a hotly discussed topic with Schwartz and Joe.
Oh no.
Because, you know, Joe swears up and down that they've said it to each other. And Schwartz swears up and down that they have not said it to each other. So a clip has resurfaced of a conversation between them last season where Joe is taking the dogs out. Katie and Schwartz's dogs out on a walk. And Schwartz says I love you to her before she goes and takes the dogs out for a walk. It's so weird and awkward.
Okay, I think it comes from his spinelessness. Like, it's like,
But
"Oh,
he
yeah."
initiates the I love you.
Yeah, no, like she's doing him a favor, and he probably knows that she has feelings for him. So like, oh man, I love you. You're so.
No.
No.
It was very much a like, okay, love you.
I mean, I do that to my friends, but not to the ones where I think they could catch feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I tell you and your husband I love you openly, because it's like, friendship.
Yeah.
Yay,
Love you.
No misinterpreting. Exactly. There's a couple friends where it's like, no, I'm not going to tell him that, because I love him platonically, but I don't want them to go, maybe.
I've had coworkers where I've been like, I love you. And there are coworkers where I'm like, have a good day.
Yep. It's just the vibes,
Yeah.
you know?
The vibes. It's real awkward and horrible. Joe, I hate you, but also, sorry.
It's rough, man.
That's what happens when you get involved with Schwartz.
Don't get involved with Schwartz.
No. Okay. They are filming. During the time that Rachel goes on to Bethany Frankel's podcast.
Who the fuck is that?
So she is an ex-Real Housewife of New York.
Okay.
She was very big in the franchise. She actually got her own spin-off
Okay.
twice.
Okay.
And she's very outspoken about Bravo and their treatment of people. That being said, I don't think a lot of her claims have a lot. They don't hold a lot. Bethany she definitely has a point in Bravo doesn't treat their people correctly. However, she's complaining about the wrong things. So, there's that. So, Rachel goes on Bethany's Frankel's podcast.
Remind me who Rachel is.
Rachel is Raquel. The
Yeah,
third
no,
point in the
I don't
triangle.
recognize her as Rachel because I don't respect her. Anyway.
That's fair. I keep flip-flopping between Raquel and Rachel.
Okay, so Raquel goes on this podcast.
Yes, she drops a whole lot of information.
Okay.
including that she wasn't in love with Sandoval, and this absolutely devastates Sandoval. He's very upset about it. It's weird.
I don't know what he read in that situation, but he fucked up his entire life for it.
He really did. I mean, we can't get into it a ton, but what the information that has come out now is Tom was definitely manipulating Raquel.
Shock awe.
Yeah.
Sociopath is manipulative.
Yeah. That being said, yes, she was manipulated, but she could have left.
She also made her choices.
Yeah. Raquel is absolutely a victim of Tom's.
Yeah.
That does not excuse some of her behavior in all of this.
If, as a victim, you victimize someone else, that doesn't absolve you. Like, she willingly hurt Ariana. So, sorry, like, you were a victim and you did bad things. They're not mutually exclusive.
That's a really fun thing for you to say right now, because Raquel is suing Sandoval, but also Ariana, for distributing revenge porn, is what she's trying to claim. Yeah. And she's going really hard for Ariana, and so are her lawyers.
I'm sorry, Raquel, did you not fuck up her life enough?
Yeah, it's weird.
What the fuck are you doing?
It's weird.
Wow.
So yeah, fun fact.
Okay, well, that's gonna go well.
Yeah. It's still...
Look, if she wants to spend her money on lawyers, fine.
What money?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a yikes.
Yep.
It's a big old yikes. Okay, so Ariana is pissed because now, so Ariana sent her letter of intent wanting to sell the house. And the whole reason it's been a back and forth between her and Sandoval is because Sandoval wants to keep the house. Well, now Sandoval is saying that he wants to sell the house. So Ariana is really mad because that's what she wanted in the first place. So
neither of you get the house.
Right. So if Sandoval had just been on board from the beginning, the house could have been sold by now.
No, that would require him...
Think about other people.
Just for a second. And not just be a big baby man-child wanting... I know I want things my way.
Exactly.
I want my mistress to love me. I want my partner of 10 years to apologize to me, probably.
Yeah.
And
well,
then
he
I
lost
want the
his
house.
mojo.
Mojo Dojo Casa House.
Yes.
Anyway.
Oh, this is a fun one. James meets the worm at a band rehearsal because Sandoval wants James to open for him for a gig.
Okay.
But they argue about Raquel, and James basically calls Sandoval out and is like, your band is a joke. This is stupid. I'm gonna go. And Sandoval tries to be like, oh, go push buttons on your laptop. And he's like, okay, sure. And James is now performing at Coachella. Is Sandoval performing at Coachella? No. He's attending.
Well, yeah.
Oh, this is a fun one, too. Sandoval suggests to Schwartz that Schwartz moves into the house with him.
Get out of the house!
Right? Schwartz is like, no, the optics of that are so bad. And Sandoval is like, oh, come on.
Oh
Schwartz is actually smart and is like, no, I'm not doing that.
That would be a bold move.
The saddest 40-year-old Mojo Dojo cousin.
None of the other boys want to come to the Mojo Dojo Casa house.
No girls want to go to the Mojo Dojo Casa.
No horses want to go to the Mojo Dojo Casa house. Oh.
Okay, so Tom, the restaurant, has
Yeah.
its first brunch.
Okay. They're doing brunch now.
They're doing brunch now.
Okay.
Everybody...
Because they added food because
Yes.
whatever... Pump
Yes.
closed.
Yes.
That's right.
Because Lisa Vanderpump doesn't want to pay people.
Shocker. Rich person doesn't give away money.
Yep.
And I say give away, rightfully pay people.
Rich people stay rich by not spending a goddamn dime.
Rich people stay rich by stepping on every single other human they meet.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Eat the rich.
So at this brunch, Sheena is like, hey, Tom, I'm doing a song. Like, I'm putting out a new song. And you do music, blah, blah, blah. That they're talking about it for some reason. And apparently Sheena thinks that he had heard the song somehow, even though it's not out. They just filmed the music video for it days prior.
Maybe she sent it to him and he didn't open the email.
Maybe sent it to Anne the day that Tom kicked her out.
Maybe.
So Sheena tells him about the lyrics of the song.
Okay.
And he gets all mad because one of the lyrics is like, from a Maserati to a Jetta, which is a direct line from Ariana to Raquel because Raquel drove a Jetta. Yeah. There's things about it. She's like, well, it's my art. It's my feelings.
It's about Sheena.
Uh-huh.
Regardless of how it affects anybody else. No. We're just, yep.
But so Sandoval gets all mad and leaves and says to Sheena, keep profiting off of my misery as he walks out of the restaurant.
That's what we're all doing.
Yeah.
Because after you did a really stupid thing, you stayed on a reality show that's about it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, yeah, they're going to do that.
You
You don't have real friends.
No. You have to pay them.
Yeah.
And you don't even pay them.
You don't even pay them.
You
and
make
then they
Bravo
out
pay
you
for them.
on TikTok and Reddit.
It's fantastic.
It's very funny.
Love to see it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I have this season of Vanderpump Rules.
All right. Well, bit of a cliffhanger because, as we said, I think at the start of the episode, their season does not align with ours. So we will do a sum-up episode in a couple months when we start season 3.
Uh-huh. Sorry.
Hey, we're going to figure this out. We'll do
We'll
a production calendar.
We'll do a production calendar and have our shit together.
Yeah, it'll be good. But we'll be back next week nonetheless with our season 2 finale, wrapping up couple to throuple. God. In the meantime, you can follow us on social media. It's all at Much Ado Some Shit. We've got Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. If you didn't know, you could watch us. Wow. As for our patrons, bonus content will be coming to you during our break. So,
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to see that,
you can become a patron.
Thank you to our patrons.
Emma, Florence, and Meg. Thanks so much, guys. We appreciate you. We appreciate everyone for listening. And we will see you all next week.
Bye-bye.